Hello to you all. Welcome to Dumi's Daily Grind. Thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing? It is a beautiful Sunday morning, a bit overcast, and I'm secretly hoping for some rain so I can plant some seeds into the ground and watch them grow. I am really stoked to see the sunflower seeds I planted germinate, have some leaves, and are now starting to bud. I am eagerly waiting to see them flower and start the pollination process. Anyway, today I am excited to let you know that I may be bringing video content soon, which will be launched on my YouTube channel. To those who keep returning, thank you so much for your support and your contribution. It really helps keep me going and be self-accountable daily. Doing this alone is not easy. It becomes easier when there are others in the picture that can encourage me to keep going. To those that have just started listening, welcome, and I hope you stay with us. My name is Dumi, and my journey began on the 13th of October 2021. Today I would like to talk about boundaries, especially in recovery, and how important these are for me to implement while traveling on the spiritual path. There is so much information out there on this topic, and I'm just about to add to all the media that is available. Creating, implementing, and maintaining of boundaries is a vital component of self-care, and not taking them seriously leads us to burnout, resentment, hurt, and anger. We may feel that others are taking advantage of us, taking over our space and time, and taking us for granted, which may leave us feeling depleted or overwhelmed. So what is a boundary? In recovery, it is explained as respect for oneself and respect for others. The dictionary defines it as a line which marks the edges or limits of an area. It is a psychological demarcation that needs to be placed to protect your set limits when it comes to the physical, sexual, financial, intellectual, emotional, your time, and definitely your expectations. Good spiritual boundaries have to include the honoring of your values, your beliefs, and your set goals, and ensuring that nothing interferes with those, which means that you have to set your own boundaries and respect them so you can ensure that others respect them as well. In Proverbs 25, verse 17, the following is stated about boundaries. Let your foot be seldom in your neighbor's house, lest he have his fill of you and hate you. Many of us think that setting boundaries is an unloving action that some assume is created to create distance. However, boundaries need to be set for ourselves to allow us to be with self and have time for introspection, meditation, grow emotional wellness, and learn self-love. The self-containment and understanding the differences between self alone and self with others, and encourages us to self-define and understand how our thought process works. It gives us the valuable time we need while recovering to understand our defects and implement ways to change them, create new habits that are based on our core values, the ones we want to improve today. We cannot have love without boundaries. We cannot have recovery without boundaries. It is very difficult to have genuine happiness without boundaries. Personal relationships flourish with the existence of boundaries and the mutual respect of them. And it is for sure hard to enjoy our work if we don't have boundaries in place. We have to determine for ourselves how far we let people in and what we can or cannot accept to do. It is a right for each individual to have that personal honor. There is one thing, in my opinion, that happens a lot that I think shouldn't happen, and that is having a boundaryless experience and be told only practice love, only practice selflessness, and only practice self-sacrifice. This is a contradiction to living a life with healthy boundaries in place. Healthy boundaries for yourself toward others, your family, your friends, your neighbors, and your work colleagues, your boss, and the community at large have to know and understand not to step over them. You don't have to engage if you don't feel like it. You don't have to make yourself available to others when it is time for yourself, and you should be able to say no when you know the time is not right for you. Do you have to engage in gossip when someone thinks they have a juicy story? Do you have to feel guilty about your time? Do you have to feel ashamed because you cannot help right now? Please be comfortable enough in yourself to tell people to wait, and be willing to allow others the communication of when, where, and how it will be suitable for you to be available to them. And please, wherever possible, let us not live our lives according to another's expectation for us, because by doing what you think others want you to do and how others feel you should act just to please them is not healthy. Maintain your personal boundaries at all times. Be intentional about them daily, and all others will fall into place. As we live and grow in life, we set boundaries and adjust them when necessary. As we change, as we grow, and as we adapt new and better values. As an example, when we are young, we are advised by our caregivers not to allow touch in certain areas from anyone. This becomes a vital boundary that may protect us from ones who have bad intentions for us. As we grow and start love relationships, we learn exactly what behaviors are not acceptable for us, as they make us feel a certain negative way, and therefore we create a new boundary for that person or situation to ensure it doesn't repeat itself. When we get to know a person who becomes a friend, we may notice some behaviors from them that we do not agree with. Therefore, we then can set another boundary for that behavior and clearly communicate it. If you are a leader, you are expected to perform in a certain way, and those around you may be expecting you to really go out of your way to do things that they expect you to do. That doesn't mean that you have to fulfill that expectation during that time you have allocated for your family or for yourself. You can do it in the allocated time, such as during working hours that you actually get paid for. As business owners, it becomes more difficult for us to set such boundaries and find ourselves overwhelmed, exhausted, and all our energy depleted. Yes, you will get the money, complete that project in record time, please your customers, and close that deal. However, if you let others overstep your boundaries, then you will live the wealthy life without being happy and live with an unhappy family because you deprive yourself, your children, your partner, and your loved ones of your valuable time. Remember, time is all we have to work with, and we need to use that time productively. Boundaries foster happy, healthy relationships and make us better, loving, caring people towards ourselves and the ones we love. They stop us from being completely dependent on others for our happiness, satisfaction with life, and definitely with our sobriety, and continuing recovery, and may even create codependency, causing us to lose ourselves, to forget who we are and what is it that we really want to achieve for our own fulfillment, happiness, and serenity. So let us start now. and create, implement, and maintain our healthy boundaries and show respect for ourselves and others' boundaries. Let us be more kind, caring, and loving to ourselves and make time into building our new, healthier habits just one day at a time and discover our full potential as individuals. Dumi's Daily Grind is a presentation purely based on my experiences, inspiration I have found from others, learnings I have learned, and things I have been taught throughout various periods of my life. This show is not representative of any group, organization, religious or spiritual beliefs, or any sobriety program. My goal is to open up a conversation about some things that have been difficult for me to talk about and to purely encourage others to be open-minded to the tools that may be or are freely available. On this program, I talk about recovery, spiritual growth, mental health issues, sobriety, relapses, and spiritual well-being, focusing mainly on the daily work, the grind that goes into finding peace of mind, contentment, freedom from addiction, life's hardships, its daily spiritual and mental struggles, and I hope that together we can find solutions, inspiration, and motivation to living healthy, present, sober, and clean lives while we travel together on this journey toward finding enlightenment, or at least some peace of mind. Thank you for your time, your support, and being with me on this journey to finding serenity. If you enjoy listening to me, please subscribe and let your friends, your family, and your tribe know that they can also join me on this journey. Until I see you next time, stay well, and may your higher power shower you with blessings and keep you safe today. Let us be diligent with the work required to achieve our goals and hopefully experience serenity and peace of mind. The answers are always right in front of us and will be revealed if we truly seek them. Let us be present, conscious, and intentional in our lives and grow positively to achieve the happiness we truly seek. Goodbye from me, Dumi, and lots of love.